Hello and welcome to our latest unboxing video. I'm Eliza. I'm here at the Hatfield Public Library. I've been on vacation for a while, so I'm very excited to be back. There are a couple different boxes that I need to unbox, but I chose to start out with a box that looks like it's all adult fiction and adult nonfiction. And Victoria, our handy cataloger, went through and has already cataloged the box. So as soon as I unbox these, they are just going to go into the computer. Not actually inside the computer, but into the data and then out on the shelf. So this is Your Mind on Plants by Michael Pollan. So he is a very popular writer and writes a lot about eating and food and health. And in this new book, he talks about 3 plant drugs: opium, caffeine, and mescaline. Seems interesting. Everybody wants to read him. People are asking about the book. This is called Bring Your Baggage and Don't Pack Light by Helen Ellis. This is such a great title, and I really love the cake with all the candles on it. It says this is 12 gloriously comic and moving essays about married, middle-aged sex. Oh my gosh, a lot of stuff about getting older. Don't send me messages, computer. Something more serious, we have America on Fire, the untold story of police violence and Black rebellion since the 1960s. A lot more of these histories are getting published now, sort of highlighting things that some people have known all along and, but are getting more and more attention. Here's a sort of domestic thriller type book. This is the newest by Shari, Lapena, and it's called Not a Happy Family, which is another really great title for the book. And I sort of like, there's like a big sort of suburban style house, and you can see people standing in separate rooms. In this family, everyone is keeping secrets, even the dead. So they live in an expensive place. They're rich, but then a killer comes. Oh my gosh. So the parents are murdered. And then the story is told from the perspective of their 3 adult kids. I mean, I guess I shouldn't have been surprised by the murder, but it just came out of nowhere. I was like, oh, here are the main characters. Like, no, those people get murdered. What Strange Paradise by Omar Akkad, who wrote American War. This is a novel, and it's actually about a child refugee who survives a boat that capsizes and ends up sort of by himself. And then there's alternating chapters with another a teenage girl who's a native to the place where he's ended up. This is kind of fun. It's called What's the Difference? Recreational Culinary Reference for the Curious and Confused. I feel like that describes a lot of us, by Brett Warshaw. It's got super cute illustrated cover. And basically the idea of this book is it just explains the difference between 2 things, like bittersweet versus semi-sweet chocolate, cilantro versus coriander. I think I know the answer to that one. Wow, all the different kinds of coffee. So this seems like a fun one just to browse through and be like, oh, I already knew that, or I didn't know that. For Your Own Good by Samantha Downing. It's hard to see, but there's like a painting behind the words. I'm not so familiar with this author, but it says they wrote My Lovely Wife. It's a bold, sneaky thriller set at a prestigious private school, complete with interfering parents, overeager students, and one teacher who just wants to teach a lesson to them all. That sounds good. I really, I don't know why I was kind of a sucker for like school books. Oh my goodness. I think I've seen a few patrons actually already requesting this book. It's by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. It's called Notes on Grief. And my understanding is it's about, I think her father died. And so this is some of her meditations on how she felt. And she's the author of Americana. So it's a very well-known novelist with some personal writing. Okay. The Orphans of Davenport, Eugenics, the Great Depression, and the War Over Children's Intelligence by Marilyn Brookwood. This is coming back to me. I remember reading about this what's interesting about this is it's about girls, I think all girls who were designated at birth as being feeble-minded, and so they were sent to a school run by women who were also designated as feeble-minded and who took good care of them, and they progressed a lot. And it was sort of like, oh wait, like we shouldn't designate people as at birth as being low intelligence. They actually did a lot better than other kids in different situations. So that sounds very interesting. Charles Todd, An Irish Hostage. This is a popular author. Bess Crawford mystery. It takes place after World War I, and in Ireland, and the main character is a nurse named Bess Crawford. I haven't read that series, but it's definitely one of those ones that's it seems like it's getting a little more popular with every book. Might be a good time to jump in. Danielle Silva, The Cellist. Good title. Looks like it takes place in maybe in Russia. Yeah, definitely sort of like political thriller. Such a Quiet Place by Meagan Miranda, a very popular, another sort of domestic thriller type situation. You can see this is sort of like a bird's eye view of a very leafy suburb. Yes, it's a private and idyllic neighborhood, but I feel like something's going to happen. Something's going to happen. I don't know. It's Island Queen by Vanessa Riley, and this is a remarkable, sweeping historical novel based on the incredible true life of Dorothy Kirwan Thomas, a free woman of color who rose from slavery to become one of the most wealthy and powerful landowners in the colonial West Indies. That sounds like an amazing story. I think people are going to be really interested in that. It doesn't sound, it sounds very different. I don't think we've had one quite like that. The Stranger in the Mirror by Liv Constantine, who wrote The Last Mrs. Parrish. That was very popular. I don't really know a lot about it. Ooh, diabolically twisty, psychologically unsettling, about a woman with no recollection of her past. Sort of a classic premise, but there's a lot of good places you can go with it. This one's called Mame Mother by Elizabeth ALlua Vaah. It's got a very sweet picture on the cover of a woman and a baby, and this is about a village in Ghana where women are just expected to marry, and it's about a girl who gets widowed at 18 and is supposed to marry again, but she refuses to have more children. So I think this is just sort of stories about living in Ghana. I think it's fiction. Yeah, a new perspective. I like that we're getting a lot of new perspectives. Book by Rachel Cusk, the very popular author of the Outline trilogy, and this is called Second Place. She has like a very distinctive writing style if you're into her, and says a haunting fable of art, family, and fate. Oh, so fun! The Menopause Manifesto by Dr. Jen Gunter. This is just all about menopause, which is something that I think in society has been something people don't really talk about, but like it plays a huge role in women's lives. So I think that's important to talk about. American Marxism by Mark R. Levin, who I think, yeah, it says he's a Fox News star and radio host, and he's talking about the dangers. Oh, he warned about dangers, and now they're coming to pass. London's #1 dog walking agency, a memoir by Kate Macdougall. Oh, this sounds so fun. I really expected it to be a novel, and then it was a memoir, and then that made me really intrigued. Okay, so she quits her job and starts a dog walking company. I bet that's a tricky thing to do. It seems like kind of fun. You're outside, you're walking all day, but I bet there's a lot of doggy drama and human drama. Here's another political book, The Last Best Hope, America in Crisis and Renewal by George Packer. Just about all the stuff, the pandemic that's been happening in the last year. And then, okay, I think there's a shorter version of this than an article in the Atlantic, and it's basically looking for narratives that dominate American life and sort of just looking at our society today. He's got a lot of big people blurbing him on the back. He's got John Meacham, Atul Gawande, Anne Applebaum, John McWhorter. So I think a book that a lot of people are going to want to read. Katherine Johnson, My Remarkable Journey, and this is a memoir. Oh, wow. Oh, no, I thought it was by the author of Hidden Figures, but it's blurbed, I think, by the author of Hidden Figures. Oh, but this is about the woman who, okay, this is all coming together now. There's a book called Hidden Figures about women, I think women scientists, and then this is a memoir by one of the women in that book. Oh, wow. Look, here's a picture of her on the back with Barack Obama. So that's kind of cool. They told her story, and then she got to write her own book. Okay, 2 more, and then I'm all done. So we have The Turnout by Meagan Abbott, a very fun, like, thriller writer. Things just always get really intense, and I like she does a lot of, like, family connections. In this case, about 2 girls who are dancers, sisters who are dancers, and then their parents die, and then they begin running a dance school. I feel like this sounds fine, but something's going to happen. Oh, a suspicious accident occurs. Last one. Karen Slaughter, False Witness. Oh no, he saw what you did. He knows who you are. That's very creepy. So another suspense thriller just to keep you busy, to keep you turning those pages. Okay, that is it for now. But we will have more videos coming soon, and happy to be back.